This week's word vitamin invites you to have a look at your cactus words. Those prickly, splintered words that we use against ourselves and against other people that sometimes just come out of our mouth when we're angry or upset. Sometimes we don't speak them, we just say them to ourselves. And cactus words are those passive-aggressive little splinters, like darts into our heart that we say to ourselves and that we might say to others when we're feeling hurt, just to get back at them or to try and push people back so that they don't get too emotionally close. Now, most of us have a few cactus words in our dialogue that we resort to when we're in warrior mode or we're going into fight or flight. Do you know what yours are? For me, mine are a few phrases like, they don't care, I'm silly, I'm dumb, I'm not good enough. They're sharp phrases, mantras, words that we use against ourselves to hurt ourselves. And for many of us, the cactus words that we say to ourselves privately, we would never say to another human being. They're hurtful and they're nasty. And what they do is make us feel prickly inside. We don't feel comfortable inside of our own skin. And if we talk in a prickly, harsh way to ourselves, being alone in our own company becomes almost intolerable. And that's often when we reach for an external distraction, what I call weapons of mass distraction. Some people choose booze and they drink too much of it to get comfortable when they have to spend time alone. Some people use drugs, marijuana, alcohol, cocaine, you name it, speed, ice, meth. Other people use food when they're alone in order to actually be present to themselves. Other people will work, some people use busyness, others will get lost in a computer screen. Some people will use a sexual diversion. Now again, our cactus words, if we diminish the prickly things we say to ourselves when we're alone, we become better company for ourselves and therefore weapons of mass distraction. Getting out of it, which means out of being present to ourselves and other people, becomes less alluring. So if you get a chance this week to have a read of the word vitamin and then start to pay attention to any cactus words in your dialogue that you need to get some tweezers of self-care and remove. And if there's a significant other in your life that says words to you that prickle, that hurt, that really do make you feel uncomfortable, it is an adult's responsibility to calmly assert ourselves and ask them, please don't call me silly. Please don't call me dumb. Even if in jest, it hurts me. Because we've all had words, or many of us have had words in the past that have been said repeatedly over and over and over. And it might just be a word, but if there's a splinter already there and somebody says that word, it'll hurt a lot. And play with your sanity, because you often think, well, it's just a word, but nonetheless it traumatizes me. So knowing your cactus splinters, removing them with tweezers of self-care, and usually, to say to ourselves, I'm sorry, I need to be able to help myself, and get yourself some help or ask for help, is often the hardest thing to do, but the most productive thing to do. I hope some of that's helpful and useful. I'll be back next week, and I wish you a beautiful, splinter-free week ahead. Mwah. Lots of love. See you then. See you next week.